on this page, and I don't know if I like it or not. I don't want to make a really pretty page out of it. I want to use some of the junk that I have collected. But I feel like I might just do some kind of a pretty page and go with it. I think that is the issue. That is the issue, that I don't know what I want to do. And this is confusing me. I was talking about like getting popular and shit, and why I do not want to get popular. Because when you get popular, people who once bullied you, they see the privilege of you like getting popular and being friends with you, and you having like thousands and thousands of like bucks. Like not thousands of bucks, not just bucks, not necessarily, not always, but in some of the cases you do get money from YouTube and Twitch and whatever that you're doing, or music or whatever. And people want to be friends with you immediately, even if some of them hated the living guts out of you. They see you getting popular and they're like, "Oh my god, dude, you're so cool. I never noticed you were so cool." And if that were to ever happen to me, I would tell all those people to go fuck themselves, because literally, if they did not stand up for me when I was not popular, like if I were to be popular, right? If I were to be popular, and some fuckers did not stand up for me when I needed that, were not here for me when I needed that, and once I got popular, they're like, "Oh my god, you were always like so cool, we never noticed that." I'd be like, "Fuck you, man," literally. I would be so disgusted by them, and that's why I feel so sorry for artists like Lil Peep, and yeah, I think I could name Lil Peep as an example of this case, because he was like an extremely soft person. I did not know him personally, but like from his interviews, I can say that he probably was like an extremely soft and sensitive person. And he blew up. Like he started making music at 17, I believe. He started music. He started making music at 17. He never expected it to like blow up or shit. And when he did blow up, I think he felt lonely, because you can literally be like the richest fucker in life, but sometimes money bring toxic ass people toward you just because you're rich. People want to feed off of you. People are leeches sometimes when you have fucking money. And I think that all those girls and some of his production team and some of the folks that were like working with him, they wanted to like feed off of his like energy, and I think it's fucked that even in modern times, in most of the cases, producers do not give a fuck about their mentees. I don't know how to call people. Like, that they can literally, like, in case of like Lane Staley, for example, when his his label, literally he was like dying, like he was, I mean, for example, in the album Facelift, he was, going for it because he was fucking young and he was blowing up, and the whole Alice in Chains, they were blowing up. But when he started having an addiction issue, and really struggling with his mental health and shit, nobody gave a fuck about that. Nobody gave him like proper time to heal. Uh, I think that the producers saw that he was like struggling, and they were like, "Fuck yeah, this is more music material. We can we can suck shit out of that boy and out of that guy." And they never let him rest. They never let him recover. And he was just dying in front of everybody, and literally nobody gave, like, I think that I understand that if we're talking about like the context of it, yeah, it was the 90s. People were much more uninformed about mental health issues, and in general, it's like Seattle. It was such a dark, gloomy, and geographically, it was such a dark, gloomy, and like depressing region to live in. Also, I think that when it comes to grunge, that the death of Andrew Wood fucked. Like, this is a common fact, okay, but I want to pay attention to that. I think that Andrew Wood dying fucked everybody up because, like, literally, practically, they were all kids. Like, I listen to a lot of like music and a lot of musicians, and what I learned from, like, the more I get to their age, the more I realize like, fuck, they were practically fucking kids. Like, nobody knows how to handle life when they're 19. And I think if Andrew Wood was still alive, grunge would have been so much different. It would have been so similar to like David Bowie or like glam shit, because Andrew Wood, he was glam. He was at it. When I first heard Andrew Wood's music, I ran to Google if he was gay or not, because I was like, this is so queer coded. Like, this is so glam. This is so. When I listen to Mother Love Bone, sometimes I do have the mood to listen to Mother Love Bone, even though I'm not really familiar like that much. I'm not like a die-hard fan, and I would not say that I've listened to every single song and every single. No, I have not. But when I do have the mood to listen to Mother Love Bone, I feel like a queen. They're like awakening something in me. I feel so chic and so like artistic and so theatrical. And I think that was the goal with their music, to make people feel theatrical, to make people feel good and shit. do you think, I'm gonna show you what I have running. Do you think this is enough, or should I add something more? I think I should add something more. I'll see. Because this does not feel like one whole picture. It feels like it's like separate pieces that, yes, they are pretty, yes, they are harmonical, but it's not one piece. And I want to like add something that will make it one piece. I think like